Hey, what's up guys? I just wanted to go through some stuff that I'm having troubles with on my Holley Dominator setup. This is Guernsey. She was a track car for a bit. We are switching her over to do DragWeek next year, and I thought I'd take you guys along the way and kind of go through some of my stuff and troubles and tribulations so that you guys don't have to, maybe on your project, or save some heartache and blood, sweat, and tears. So what I want to get into is some of these connectors that we have for the Dominator, why it's important with hooking some of these up or how they're hooked up, and then also all the pieces to them. I just found my issue with my dome sensor. I was having spikes that were going from anywhere from 0 up to 80, which is the max for the dome sensor. The reason that's important is because if you're not getting good information back to the ECU, then how is it going to output any information or tell your ECU to do certain things, such as like a safety, which in my case might have played a role into why I windowed the block. So I want to go through it, and I will show you what I found out after going through some of this stuff, and I'll get you a little closer look here so we can go through it. So what we're looking at here is this connector. You can see that I soldered in and shrunk wrap the outside, which I thought might be the issue. After further investigation and trying to get it to trip up on my laptop on the live view, it wouldn't do it. If you take a look at this connector here, you'll notice that there might be something missing compared to what you're used to, which is this guy. So get in there real close, this guy. So what that looks like is this piece. And so if you connect this to any sensor, such as like this sensor here, it will work. It works just fine until you potentially have a jog. Now this little guy right there might be part of it with the tooth there. Not real sure, but anyways, I went ahead and installed this piece back on it, like so. Ta-da. Reinstalled it back in the sensor, and it worked fine. So I'm going to set the camera up a little different here so you can see exactly what we're looking at on the laptop up there, and that way you get to see firsthand what's going on. Alright, so first we got a picture of the camera here of the laptop, kind of give you an idea. So see it flatlining up here at 80, the sensor is not connected. I'm going to go ahead and connect it up. When I connect it up, it won't be with that white piece in there, it'll just be without it. Should see it spike, drop down, and you know it's going. So now that's how I had it hooked up, and if you see, if I just jog a little bit here, you'll see some blips down on the bottom here. I don't know if I have it zoomed in enough. Let's see if we can get it here. There it goes. So what was happening was the car was running and it would spike to 80 or something like that, just miraculously. Well, anyhow, so that was the issue. It did a little bit worse before. I fixed some of these connectors too, and just made sure that there's separation. So now this is with the white connector piece back installed and on the fastener, or on the connector. Put back in play. You can see it spike back down, and no matter what I do now, well, that's false then. Okay, so with further investigation, looked like I did not include this white connector, which I thought was the issue, which may have played a little bit of role, but still not getting great connectivity. It helped, but not everything. So this little guy here that we showed earlier, as far as the connector goes, with it being bent up, I think that might be the case. I'm going to try to salvage this connector and I guess manipulate that in there. and see if I can't get it. But if that doesn't work, we might have to resolder a new wire in. I got some of those laying around, so sit tight and we'll see what happens. Okay, so I tried to manipulate the end here, hoping you guys can see that. It didn't work out. It's been pushed back forth and too far too many times. So I'm going to go ahead and disconnect it, and I'll resolder it, shrink wrap it up here. So just to give you a walkthrough on how these are connected, or how these connectors work, I'll go ahead and take the water pack proofing off of there. The back piece here, there's 3 tangs. You just basically flip those over, get you a nice small screwdriver, work it in there, and pop those open. Slide that back or take it off, whatever you want to do. I'm going to remove it so I know where it's at. After that, at the very end here, there's a plastic tang again, and you'll have to lift that up while you pull on the wire. So what I will do, there's a small catch right in there. So what I'll do is I will pick that up and pull the wire out with my other hand. So there you go. So now with that being done, you can see that the end here, that little piece there, I don't know if that's going to play key in what the issue is or how that rides in there. So here's my box of wires. This is actually a whole nother harness for a big block. I've pieced off stuff for this because I'm running an LS60. So there wasn't much that I could cross over. I was going to try to cross it over, but man, there was a lot that I was going to have to do, and I just wanted to buy a new harness. So did that, and it's helped out because I've been able to kind of use this as my sacrificial wiring harness. So been piecing off of this for some time, and it's worked out really well. So let me dig in here and see if I can find. I don't think I have any just connectors, so I'll probably have to pull off one of these pigtails. Ooh. Well, that's for the ECU. Yeah, we'll just do that. So here's one of the same connectors. I'm just going to give it a little length here. We'll strip this tape and then do the same thing as what we did before. So bear with me when I get this done. Okay, so here we go. Out in the middle of the shot here. So this is the wire that we already got stripped back. I'm going to come back here and clean it up a little bit with the wire cutters. The other one, now I got my soldering iron here, everything. This is the other piece, so we will cut it back. Some good stuff here. So get some shrink wrap and get this puppy together. Stuff out of the way. Alright. Pretty good. I like to come back and while it's still a little warm, squeeze it, see if there's any pieces sticking out, squish them in place. It's good solder. Bring that shrink tube in place. Alright, so we'll install this new one just like how the other one came out. So we'll look at the orientation of the wire, slip it in place, push it through past the tang. There you go. Slip the weather grunt or the weather pack over it. All the connectors. And you get your separator, wire separator on the back side. Ta-da. Bobby Junkie. Alright. So now it's all back together. We will try this again, see how it goes. Here. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and knock on the sensor a little bit. I'll plug it in, or I'll unplug it, plug it back in so you can see the line here. So that's the line. With it unplugged, it goes straight to 80, maxes out. So that's what's set on the program. Plug it back in here. See it drop down, all the way down low. So I'm going to go ahead and hit this a couple times, try to get this to short out somewhere. Doesn't look like it's going to do it. So that's good. So there you have it, was the tab. Make sure the sensor's working properly. We'll push a little air through it. So it is working. It's on a pretty big scale there, so you see some blips. So yeah, it looks good though. Good deal. Alright, well thanks for watching. Hope you learned something, or at least I could help you troubleshoot your issues. I'm going to do some more of these. I'll be keep doing these all the way through DragWeek. So you're seeing the beginning of the build, well, the rebuild I should say. I'll have another video on the block and what it looked like, other stuff too. So the plan is to do DragWeek next year, and we are in the back half class with Power Adder, so we're up some with some of the big boys. Don't know if we'll get as fast as them, but shit, we're gonna try and have fun doing it. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe or to like it, whatever you do as far as the YouTube stuff, and we'll go from there. Thanks, guys.